Hey, hi all. Welcome to another video in the Azure Fundamental series. So in this video, I am trying to demonstrate how we can create an Azure Storage account, and I will explain briefly about what is Azure Storage Account. So an Azure Storage Account contains all your Azure storage data objects like blobs, files, queues, and tables, etc. Uh, in short, we can explain a storage account is a container that bands a set of Azure storage services together. So even though it contain some other data object like files, queues, tables, etc., people usually use the storage accounts to store data. Storing the data is the primary objective, but it is having some other functionality also that I am not going to describe in this video, but that I can show it in some other videos. So first let me go to Azure portal. So I already logged into my Azure portal. So in order to create storage account, after logging into the Azure portal, in the mostly accessed icons in the top menu, you can see storage account here. If you click here, there will be create button will show here. Also, if you need, you can search here like storage accounts. So you can see the services storage account listed here. Also, if you have a resource group, if you can just click on the resource group and click on create. Here also you can search for storage account. So I am going to search here only. Here I am going to search storage account. In the listed things, we need the first one, this one. Okay, so I'm going to click on create. So here we need to select the subscription. By default it is selected, and the resource group also it is selected, because we have tried to create the storage account within the resource group only. So by default my resource group is selected here. If you have selected storage account creation from somewhere else, means you can just choose the correct resource group here, or you can create a new resource group. And here you need to give the storage account name. The storage account name should not contain any underscore or dashes or special characters, so you need to be careful in that. So here I am going to give the name as cloud migration develop. Okay, so the region I am giving as the default. It is the same region as my resource group. And here you can select the performance, standard and premium. For the demonstration, I'm just selecting the standard one. Uh, the standard one, you can see it is recommended for most of the scenarios, but the premium one is for requirement with a low latency. But here we don't need that one, but we can just select the standard one. And here the redundancy, I need the LRS only, that means locally redundant storage. And there are few more options like geo-redundant storage and zone redundant storage and geo-zone redundant storage. So basically this LRS is the one we might need for development environment, but for production users you can go with the GRS, ZRS and GZRS, that means geo-zone redundant storage, etc. Just the concept of LRs is like that. In a data center, your data is going to store in a hard disk. Okay, suppose that hard disk is having some failure, means your data will be switched to a secondary hard disk within the same rack, within the same data center. That is meant by LRS. But geo-redundant storage provides some more reliability to the storage by means of separating the regions. So your data will be uh, was primarily situated in one data center, and its backup, another replica, will be situated in a different data center. So if you go to zone redundant, that entire data center will be in a different zone. But in geo-redundant storage, the data center will be different, but both will be in a same zones. So also the geo zone redundant storage means that is a combination of geo redundant storage and the zone redundant. So for the best one is the geo zone redundant storage only, but for development purpose we can uh, choose the LRS only. That will save a lot of money. So this GRS will help for uh, any outages in the data center level or in the region level. For example, so if some natural calamities occurs in a particular data center, or uh, it is not operational, our data and accessibility will be uh, up uh, throughout the time. And yeah, that's the advantage of GRS. It is the the zone redundant. It's entirely different. Uh, your data will be stored in a one data center in a one zone, and your backup will be stored in another data center in a different zone. So that you can select accordingly, but here I am just selecting the LRS. And also, if you can just see, if you choose the premium, the redundancy will be only two options. Either you need to select zone redundant or LRS. The GRS and the other one is not available here. So here I am going to select the standard one. I'm going to click next. So by default, this option is checked. The secure transfer of REST API operation. That means any REST API operations to your storage account will be permitted over HTTPS only. The HTTPS secure way only. It won't allow HTTP REST API. So that's a secure thing only. So you can check this option. And second option is allowing and enabling anonymous access to individual containers. So by default it is unticked. So you can keep like that. It is also a secure thing only. So next thing is enable storage account key access, that you can keep like that, because sometimes you need to access the storage account from the application via SAS tokens or the storage account keys. So in order to provide the storage account keys, you need to enable this option. And here you can untick this option. By default to Microsoft Entra authorization in the Azure portal, that's not needed. And minimum TLS version, you can select the default one, 1.2. The permitted scope for copy operation. So if you want to sync between two storage accounts in a different Azure accounts or Azure tenants, means you need to select this option from any storage account. Or if you want to sync between two storage accounts within the same Azure account only, means you can select any of these options from storage account in the same Microsoft Entra tenant, or from storage account that have a private endpoint to the same network. But I am going to select from any storage account only, because that allows copying data from any storage account that lies in any Azure storage accounts. This hierarchical namespace, maybe you can just ignore that. It is basically needed for big data analytics workloads, but for demonstration purpose I don't need that, since I am just showing the basic feature in this video. So you can untick that. And here the access protocols, enable SFTP, enable network file system version 3, these are optional. This is not a mandatory thing, so you can just untick or ignore that. Then with respect to blob storage, uh, if you want to replicate your data with a different tenant, like the one I have shown above, this one, permitted scope for copy operation, similar to that. If you want a cross-tenant replication of your data, means you just need to tick here. But you can see I'm not using this storage account for replication purpose, so I'm just ignoring this tick icon. Then the access tier, there are two access tiers are there, hot and cool. You can see the explanation also here. The hot is optimized for frequently accessed data and everyday usage scenarios, and the cool operation is uh, you are optimized for infrequently accessed data and backup scenarios. So you need to be careful about choosing the access tier. Okay, so that will save you a lot of cost. uh, if you want to access the data stored in your storage account very frequently, means you should choose the hot option. And if you are just keeping some backup file or unused data in the storage accounts, mean you can choose the cool option. But if your purpose and you have selected the different plan, means that will going to cost you a lot of money. So be careful in selecting the access tier. So I'm just selecting the hot option. And the large file shares, if you are planning to store large file shares, means you can tick this option. And this option can be enabled after the creation of the storage account also. So but once you enable this, you cannot convert the account back to the other previous option. So I am just going to keep this option as blank, because anytime I can upgrade the option to enable or upgrade the option for enabling the large file shares. So once you upgrade it, you cannot downgrade it. So be careful with that too. Next, I am going to networking part. So here the networking access, I am going to enable the public access from all network, because this is for just for demo. But for the production use, you need to select either of this: enable public access from selected which virtual network and IPs, or disable the public access and use private access. These are the two options recommended for production cases. And the network routing, you can just leave it like Microsoft network routing. And next thing, data protection. So these are some of the uh, data protection options that provides. So if you tick on the enable point in time restore for containers, means if you have deleted a container, or you can see the explanation here: use point in time restore to restore one or more containers to an earlier state. If point in time restore is enabled, then versioning, change feed, and block soft delete must be also enabled. So it's clear that if you want to enable point in time restore, means you need to enable this option. But be careful, every options or features you add extra, that will going to cost you. So I am not going to select this one. And software delete for blobs, you can enable it, because if you accidentally delete some blobs or data within your storage account, it can be deleted within restored within 7 days. And if you delete a containers also, you can restore the container within 7 days. And the file share also, you can restore within 7 days. Yeah, this is the best thing to enable this option here. And the tracking, you can just disable like that by default. The version level immunity support also you can ignore. Next I'm going to click on this option. So there are two type of encryption: Microsoft managed keys and customer managed keys. So by default, Azure encrypt all the data that is stored in your storage accounts. Uh, that is by default using the Microsoft managed keys only. But in case if you want to increase the security or add an extra layer of security using your own keys, means you can select this, select the customer managed keys. So basically you need to create another key vault for that, and in the key vault you need to create one encryption key, that using that encryption key this data in the storage account will be encrypted. So that is one additional cost. We need to create the key vault also, but I am not going to select that one. I am just selecting the Microsoft managed keys only. In the bottom it's asking using the customer managed keys, what are the things you need to encrypt? Only blobs and file shares or files only, or all types of like blobs, files, tables, and queues. This is only relevant if you select the customer managed keys, but here I have chosen the Microsoft managed keys, hence it is not important this option. So by default you can select this one, or you can just select the all services types. You can see a warning here, this option cannot be changed after the storage account is created, so you need to be careful. So I am just selecting all services types, and here the Microsoft managed keys. So one more option is there, enable infrastructure encryption. So this infrastructure encryption adds a second layer of encryption to your storage account data, but I am not going to choose that because of the demo purpose. So every feature you are choosing or adding to your storage account will cost you extra, so that's the reason I am avoiding it. Next I am going to the tags section. So tags, maybe you can just select environment and the value will be development. Going to next. So Azure is validating it. So the validation is successful. Now I can create the storage account. So the deployment is in progress. So my account is created. I'm going to click on go to resource. Okay, so in this video my primary focus will be on the containers and blobs. So if you just click on containers, there is a default logs container already created. I'm just going to create one more container for my test purpose and giving us test. And click on create. So the test container is created. So if you go to test, you can upload files here by clicking on the upload files. You can just browse the files here and upload it. So the primary purpose of the storage account is to store the blob data. A blob means an unstructured data files. Okay, for example, image or video, any kind of unstructured files is called a blob, and that kind of file you can store it in the storage account. So there are other useful cases for the storage account also, using the file shares, queues, tables, etc. that is not going to, that I'm not going to describe in this video. That's a separate topic that I can show it in some other videos. So now what I can do is uh, I can there is one more way to access the storage account. So the another way to access the storage account is using the Storage Explorer. So Storage Explorer is an native application. uh, it's available for Windows. I think it's available for other Mac and Linux also, but for my system it's Windows. It can be downloaded from the official Microsoft site. You can just search it in the Google Microsoft Storage Account. I will show you that. Okay, here it is, Storage Explorer. So there is an option to download it. So I already downloaded and installed it. So I'm going to open the Storage Explorer in my system. So there is two ways to access your storage account from the Storage Explorer. Either you can log in with your Azure username and password, or you can if you log in with your Azure username and password, all the storage account within your Azure account will be listed here. But uh, in case you want to list only particular storage account, means you can connect that storage account using the account name and key. So that will be useful when you want to share some file with some other people outside your organization. So in that case, you can create one storage account and put some files in that, and the other people in the other people outside your organization can access the files using the account key and the name you have shared. So it is not going to give the entire access to your Azure portal, but that people can only access that particular storage account and this data within that storage account. So that here I am going to show that one instead of logging into my Azure account. So after opening the Storage Explorer, you can click on this plug symbol here. So after clicking on that plug symbol, so there is some options it will show. I'm going to select the second option, storage account or service. So here it will ask how I want to connect. So I want to connect using account name and key. So I'm going to click on next, and the display name you can give like the display name you can give like this same name, and the account name also you can give the same name. Then the account key, the account key can be found here in the access keys section. Okay, so here you can see this is my account access key. You can just copy this key here, then paste the account key here, then click on next. Then click on connect. So it's showing that successfully added the new connection. So then if you go to this main option, you can see that your account migration developed storage account is added here. So if you expand the blob containers, you can see the test blob container I have created in the portal. If you click on the blob container, there is option, there are many options, download, upload, everything. Since there is no files, this download option is hidden. So I'm trying to upload one sample file from my desktop. So So this is one sample database file in my desktop. I'm going to upload it. Just click on upload files. Here desktop, then selecting the file, the everything else you can keep as the default, then click on upload. Now you can see that the file I have uploaded here. Now if you go to the portal again, then containers, click on container, you can see that the file which I have uploaded using the Storage Explorer came here. Okay, here you can delete it or download the file. So this option is very useful for sharing file with some other people outside your organization. So normally if you want to select some files with other people's, mean instead of giving the entire access, you need to create one account for them in the Azure, and they will get some sign up link. Then they need to create an Azure account within your tenant. Then only they will be able to access any files within your storage account. But using this method, you can share your files with outside people only to that particular storage account, not to the entire Azure account. So this is very useful. And you can do the same procedure in the portal as well, but I always recommend you doing the upload, download any file operations via the Storage Explorer. So that's it for today's video. There are some other nice features for the storage account also, that is with respect to file shares, queues, tables, etc. That I will show it in some next video. And for now, thanks for watching my video. Please comment if you have any doubt, and hit the like and subscribe my channel if you want to see similar videos. And thank you all. Bye.